In the sweltering heat of 2004, Pensacola, Florida, a shadow of fear looms over the community. Young girls vanish without a trace, leaving behind nothing but worried faces and unanswered questions. The morning air is thick with tension as a lone salesman cruises down the sun-beaten highway, his radio crackling with news that makes his heart sink. Another teenager, Tracy Lee, has disappeared into thin air. Fate takes a dark turn when the salesman, pulling over for what should have been a routine break, stumbles upon a discovery that would haunt him forever: the lifeless body of a young woman. The discovery brings Byron Crawford, a seasoned Florida Department of Law Enforcement agent, to the scene. As he studies the body of 26-year-old Sarah Kellogg, a chill runs down his spine. The scene bears the unmistakable signature of cases that have been haunting the department for years. Meanwhile, in another corner of this unfolding drama, Tracy Lee staggers out of a motel room, her world spinning. When an aggressive patron threatens her safety, salvation arrives in the form of Peter, a truck driver with kind eyes and a gentle demeanor. Without hesitation, he whisks her away from danger. The story intensifies as FBI agent Carl Helter orchestrates a sting operation targeting traffickers. His partner, Rebecca Lombardo, plays the dangerous role of bait. But plans go awry when Calvin, an unexpected intruder, disrupts their carefully laid trap. Rebecca's quick thinking and combat skills leave Calvin unconscious, forcing her and Carl to abandon their operation. As night falls, Tracy finds unexpected comfort in Peter's offer of sanctuary. His stories about his daughter Bethany paint him as a caring father, and his invitation to spend a safe night with his family feels like a beacon of hope. Tomorrow, she'll continue her journey, but for now, she's found a momentary haven in this storm of uncertainty. Dawn breaks over the Florida Police Department, where frustration etches deep lines on Agent Byron's face. His impassioned plea to connect Sarah Kellogg's murder with the string of unsolved cases falls on deaf ears, leaving him reassigned to a routine Pensacola case. But Byron's dedication remains unshaken as he makes the heart-wrenching visit to Mrs. Kellogg's home. In that moment of devastating revelation, he offers not just information, but genuine comfort, sealing his words with a solemn promise to keep her informed of any developments. The scene shifts to a picture-perfect family evening at Peter's home. Warm smiles and shared stories flow across the dinner table, painting an image of domestic bliss with his wife and little Bethany. Yet beneath this facade of normalcy, a darker purpose lurks. His announcement of an extra night shift draws concerned protests from his wife, but he soothes her worries with gentle words about providing for their family. But the truth unfolds in the shadows of a local motel, where Peter meets a flirtatious young woman. Their dance becomes a prelude to something more sinister, their movements telling a story that would soon join the growing list of local tragedies. The following day brings an innocent yet chilling discovery. Young Bethany, playing in the sun-dappled field behind their house, hears mysterious whispers drifting from an underground tunnel. Her childish fear sends her running, unaware of the horrifying secrets buried beneath her feet. As police sirens wail at the motel crime scene, FBI agents find an unexpected ally in Agent Byron, who eagerly shares his insights about similar crimes. Meanwhile, in the deceptive tranquility of his home, Peter tends to his macabre collection. A secret cabinet filled with trophies from his victims, each item telling a silent story of lives cut short. The day concludes with a scene of disturbing contrast. Peter, the loving father, spending quality time with Bethany, tenderly washing her arms and legs with a sponge. The gentle care he shows his daughter stands in stark opposition to the darkness that lurks within him, creating a portrait of a man living two vastly different lives under the same roof. The clinking of glasses and hushed conversations at a local bar set the scene for a pivotal meeting between Agent Byron and Rebecca. Their shared enthusiasm crackles through the air as they piece together a chilling revelation. The killer had been stalking Rebecca herself, drawn by her online baiting tactics. The realization sends a cold shiver down their spines, transforming their investigation from methodical to personal. Following this breakthrough, Rebecca's path leads her to a grimy motel operated by Calvin, where Tracy's sister Heather reveals a disturbing detail. Calvin had been drugging girls the night Tracy vanished. Meanwhile, beneath the Earth's surface, in a chamber of horrors, Peter continues his reign of terror, subjecting Tracy to unimaginable torments. Armed with newfound determination and a loaded gun, Rebecca confronts Calvin in his room. The tension is palpable as she forces him to recall every detail about the man he inadvertently scared away that fateful night. A crucial detail emerges, a middle-aged white man bearing a distinctive lightning bolt tattoo on his forearm. Before departing, Rebecca leaves Calvin with an ultimatum: 72 hours to vanish from the state. The investigation takes an emotional turn when Agent Carl announces his reassignment. In a moment of raw vulnerability, Rebecca reveals her own traumatic past, an assault during her freshman year of high school. This confession fuels her unwavering commitment to the case despite Carl's concerned protests. Their heated argument ends in a painful parting of ways, the weight of unspoken words hanging between them. Undeterred by her partner's departure, Rebecca maintains her dangerous online dance with Peter. Each message exchanged is carefully crafted, a digital trap designed to not only lure him out, but to secure the one piece of evidence that could tie everything together, his DNA. It's a high-stakes game of cat and mouse, where one wrong move could have fatal consequences. The investigation now balances on a knife's edge, with Rebecca walking a dangerous line between hunter and hunted, determined to bring justice to the victims while risking becoming one herself. The bass thunders through the state's most popular nightclub, a pulsing labyrinth of bodies and strobe lights. Agent Rebecca, wired with hidden communications gear, steps into this chaos with Agent Byron at her side. The crowd swallows them whole as they separate, each playing their part in this dangerous game of deception. Through the sea of faces, Rebecca fends off unwanted admirers, her eyes scanning for their target, a man in plaid. Byron's voice crackles through her earpiece, spotting a suspicious figure matching the description. As Byron peels away to pursue his lead, fate deals its cruel hand. Like a phantom materializing from the shadows, Peter claims the bar stool beside Rebecca. Time seems to freeze as her eyes catch the telltale lightning bolt tattoo snaking across his forearm. Her blood runs cold, but her training kicks in. Outside, Byron's chase ends in bitter disappointment. He's been following the wrong man. His urgent radio message to Rebecca is swallowed by static, precious seconds ticking away as he sprints back to the club. But he's too late. The space where Rebecca stood is now hauntingly empty, her absence screaming danger louder than the club's pounding music. Panic rises in Byron's throat as he weaves through the crowd, desperately questioning strangers about Rebecca's whereabouts. His calls to her phone go unanswered, each ring amplifying his fear. With time slipping away like sand through his fingers, he races home, his mind already mapping out what he'll need for the hunt ahead. In a poignant moment at home, Mrs. Crawford's plea for him to stay tears at his heart, but duty and friendship call louder. With a promise of safe return on his lips, Byron steps into the night, transformed from agent to hunter. His partner's life hangs in the balance, and every second counts in this race against an unseen clock. The night air carries a chill that has nothing to do with the temperature. Somewhere in the darkness, a predator has claimed another victim, and this time, it's personal. A race against time unfolds at a local truck stop, where Agent Byron leans on old friendships to access crucial security footage. Through the grainy images, a haunting scene emerges. Tracy, following a shadowy figure into a truck. The freight company's logo becomes his first real lead in this desperate manhunt. Miles away, Agent Rebecca awakens to her worst nightmare. Cold metal bites into her neck, a collar, her limbs bound in a dank, lightless room. The darkness seems to pulse with unseen threats, while her trained mind catalogs every detail, searching for a way out. Back in the world above, Byron faces a battle of wills with a hesitant receptionist at the freight company. His impassioned plea about countless victimized women finally breaks through her corporate loyalty. Hours blur as he pores over endless driver logs, hope dwindling with each dead end. Then, like a lighthouse beam cutting through fog, an anomaly catches his eye. Peter Hilborough, marked down for an extra shift. In the underground chamber of horrors, Peter circles Agent Rebecca like a predator savoring its prey. His voice drips with satisfaction as he recounts tales of previous victims, each story a grotesque trophy in his collection of suffering. The moment breaks when innocent footsteps approach above. Bethany, his daughter, calling for playtime. The contrast between doting father and monster sends chills down Rebecca's spine as Peter retreats upstairs to tuck his daughter into bed. In the suffocating silence that follows, Rebecca's ears catch something, labored breathing from the next room. Her voice, steady and strong, reaches out to Tracy through the darkness. "Heather misses you," she calls, words laden with urgency. Then comes the terrible truth. He plans to kill you tonight. Her words ignite a spark of desperate courage in Tracy, spurring her toward freedom. The hunter becomes the hunted as Peter discovers Tracy's empty cell. His rage echoes through the underground chamber as he emerges into the field above, stalking through the darkness, searching for his escaped prey. The night holds its breath, waiting to see who will survive this deadly game of cat and mouse. Each moment pulses with tension, lives hanging in the balance as multiple storylines hurtle toward their inevitable collision. Survival instincts guide Tracy through the swaying grass field, her heart pounding with each careful movement. When she finally reaches Mrs. Cuber's doorstep, the elderly woman's shock at Tracy's condition quickly turns to maternal protection, but their moment of safety proves fleeting. Meanwhile, Agent Byron's investigation leads him to the Hilborough residence, where he finds Peter's unsuspecting wife and daughter. As he engages in seemingly casual conversation, Little Bethany innocently drops a crucial clue about her father chasing someone through the grass field, words that send Byron racing into action. In a chilling parallel, Peter stalks through Mrs. Cuber's house, his predatory presence filling each room. Tracy holds her breath behind the couch, terror freezing her in place as her captor's footsteps pass mere inches away. Finding nothing, his rage leads him back to his underground chamber, where Agent Rebecca awaits. The torture cell becomes a battleground as Peter unleashes his fury on Rebecca, demanding Tracy's location. But in a stunning turn of events, Rebecca's training and desperation combine in one powerful moment. She turns Peter's own weapon against him, the sedative needle finding its mark. The hunter finally falls prey to his own methods. Light breaks through the darkness as rescue finally arrives. In the sterile quiet of a hospital room, Rebecca finds healing in the presence of agents Carl and Byron, their bond strengthened by the ordeal they've survived. The investigation unfolds, revealing the full scope of Peter's reign of terror, bringing closure to countless families. The story comes full circle in a touching final scene. Agent Byron returns to Mrs. Kellogg's home, bearing Sarah's cross necklace, a small token of remembrance that speaks volumes. Their shared grief flows freely as they hold each other, finding solace in the knowledge that justice has finally been served. The darkness that had gripped their community begins to lift, though the scars remain, a reminder of the evil that was stopped and the lives that were saved. In the end, it wasn't just about catching a killer, it was about restoring hope to a wounded community, one piece at a time.